Hi everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to another day in my 2023 holiday card series. Apologize that you have not seen my face in a while, but I did do my face today and I was about to sit down and film an intro and I got a call and they put me on hold, and the hold song just happened to be a hymn my grandmother used to sing to me when I was a kid, and last Friday was the anniversary of her death and I didn't have on waterproof mascara, so my face is kind of ruined, so you're not seeing it and I apologize for that, but got a great video for you, so I hope you're excited. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I am uploading a holiday card every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until Christmas Day. This week, we're focusing on card sets and using leftovers and using our stash, using scraps, etc. So in today's video, I am using more of the foam from Queen & Co. So if you're unfamiliar, Queen & Co. does really amazing kits that are shaker card kits. And they have shapes, as you can see here. This is one of the kits. There's actually two kits here. And they cut out the foam. It comes already cut, but it has the middle left in it. And some of them, like the stockings and the snowflakes, you can obviously tell what it is. And so I've made it a point this year to try to use up that foam. You're probably thinking, Misty, why? Well, I'm trying to have less waste. Paper crafting in general we can have a lot of waste. And while a lot of it can go in recycling, like paper, etc., stuff like foam and stuff can't. So if it's usable, I want to use it and I want to turn it into something fun and gorgeous, etc. So I remembered when I was sitting down I was like, you know what? I bet if I use the dye for this, that it will cover the stocking. So I'm actually using the part that makes the shaker part. But in hindsight, I realized what I should have used is the frame. So none of the kits come with the extra frames. You have to buy them on their own. And in the next video, we're going to do this again on Friday so I can show you what I mean. I'll share with you what I mean. So these weren't quite big enough. And that's when I put two and two together. I was like, Misty, if you use the bottom frame, the bottom die, I think that will work. So we're going to give that a go for Friday. And I have some new paper from a new paper crafting company, or new to me, that we're going to test out. So Friday's video will be just as fun. So this foam has two sides and each side has its own adhesive. And here I'm going, okay, like this doesn't fit exactly. Am I going to add this? And I was like, no, that's going to hang over. I don't like the look of that. And so what I've decided to do is just go around it with a marker, and you're going to see me do that in a minute. So I'm playing with paper that I picked up last year from Michael's. And for some reason, I bought two of each pad. I don't know why. I think when I was mass producing last year, I did a lot of mass producing. I was doing, I bought a ton of paper, so I'd have the same patterns. But yeah, so I'm going to bring in a Copic marker. I believe bring in like R89, R59, and I'm just going around the edges from the back to try to stay away from the paper, because the paper will kind of absorb this marker. But once I do this, then you can't even tell. And they turned out really, really fine. So yeah. But we're going to give it a go on Friday with some snowmen, etc. We're going to see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, well, that's my plan. That's the plan. I haven't filmed that video yet. But that's the plan. So my goal this year is to really use what's in my stash. Try not to buy quite as much. And I haven't. I bought the Hello Bluebird release. I've bought some paper from MFT. I've just bought that whole Doodlebug release. So I've bought some things this year, but I haven't gone hog wild, where in the past I would buy all of the things if I could afford them. So yeah. Anywho, when I like to cut more than one, I like to kind of use washi tape to put the paper together and then cut out multiples. That's just easier for me. When it's cardstock, I don't tend to do that as much because it's hard, especially this cardstock. I believe this is Blue Beyond from MFT, and their cardstock is thick. So you can see there that I had adhered the inside to that snowflake and it doesn't fit correctly. So that's when I'm like, okay, we're going to try something different later down the road. I don't think we'll use these snowflakes. I think we're going to end up using the snowmen or the penguins. Okay, so this paper is so pretty, and I love that it has the blues, the greens, and this kind of dark, deep burgundy red. Love. And here I was like, oh, I'll use them together. And I was like, wait a minute. No. That's going to make this way too tall. So I decided to go ahead and just use the frame of the snowflake. And here I'm just kind of playing around. Because as you guys know, and maybe you don't if you're new here, say hi in the comments. I'd love to say hello and welcome you to our little Elfie community. What? I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry. I completely lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, I just love playing with color. I mean, that's what I was going to say. I don't sit down and have a plan. I kind of have an idea in my head and we just go from there. So putting this card together was it wasn't labor intensive, but it took a lot of thought. So initially I was going to bring in Poppy Parade, but I decided to bring in, I think this is Red Hot from MFT. I'm not sure what their dark red is called. It's not the Moroccan one. It's a different one. So I cut down the stripe paper to 4 by 5 1/4. I'm cutting down the red to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I believe I cut that middle down to 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then did just 1/8 of an inch border on the sides. So, yeah. And I just skipped because I had to rip it up and put it back down. So you guys didn't need to see all that. And this is where I decided I wanted to bring in some ribbon. I'm like, this needs something more. Oh, first I'm going to trim it off. But I was like, I really wanted to bring in some ribbon because I thought it would be cute to kind of make these into ornaments. So I have this velvet ribbon. I think this came in that Simon Says Stamp mystery box I bought last year. That was awful. This was one of the things I kept. I think that's where this is from. I honestly don't remember. So you guys know how I do with ribbon. I just like to attach it to the back. You can use Scotch tape. I like to use washi tape. I'm a planner. I have probably loads of washi tape rolls that I'll never use. So I just put that down, and I decided just to put this in the middle. Now I cut out footage of me trying to tie a bow with this ribbon. It was impossible. It was not going to happen. So yeah. And I didn't have the foresight to put this on the adhesive back paper. So I just used some Tombow Mono liquid glue to put it down. And that's what I'm using here. I just added a little bit more. And then the stocking already has adhesive on the back. And we're going to get that down. And that's going to be the first of the 3. So I'm making 3 cards, all 3 with stockings. And I just added a little bit more adhesive because I had pulled that one up. And then I decided to put this on white cardstock, and I wanted it to be portrait style. So I have these foam sheets, and they came in, I believe they're A2 sized. So I have some leftovers, and I'm just using those to adhere these to the card. Since we have that really thick ribbon, you won't be able to adhere this down with liquid glue or with like tape runner because there's that huge bump. You need it to pop up just a little bit. And this, again, using what I had left over, you could see there, I'd cut out some shapes with it. And yeah. For the card, I'm going to score it at 5.5, and then I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4 so we can make some top down cards. It's my favorite shape. Not shape, layout. Shape, it's not the shape, that's the layout. And I'm going to use that to adhere to the card. Now, if you are new here and you do not know, I tend to be a little crooked. It's just what happens. So I will sometimes have to pull it up and put it back down. But this time I did my very, very best to get it on there straight. And I love how it turned out. And we're going to do the same thing for the next 2 cards. I'm using the same paper. So just using the other scraps from that paper. The one side is the blue stripe and the other side is kind of this green. And then I'm going to bring in some houndstooth. Initially, I thought I'd bring in a red pattern for the back, but I decided to keep all of the patterns in the back blue. So it's a blue and green. And then the red will come in from the ribbon. So just getting everything cut down and ready to go. And like I said, I'm using a pad of paper, or this pad of paper was last year from Michael's, but I'm using cardstock. So I am trying to use up paper. That's another thing I'm trying to do. My name is Misty, and I am a pattern paper hoarder. Let me tell you, I love paper. I'm probably one of the few people that still loves paper. I like to use paper in my crafting. I like to do scenes too, and we will get there, I promise. But I really like to use paper. I just love, especially houndstooth. My dining room is navy houndstooth. So give me plaid, give me houndstooth, give me argyle, give me damask from Monday. Like, I love everything. And if you missed it, Monday's cards, I used wallpaper samples because my husband and I, at some point in our lives, will be wallpapering our bathroom, our guest bathroom. And I ordered some samples because I'm like, I'm not going to just, randomly buy some wrapping paper, some wallpaper and not like it. So here I am using the same adhesive sheets, but this time I'm going to cut it into strips to make it stretch just a little bit further. But like I said, you're going to have to add some kind of adhesive, and I'm getting low on my Scotch roll. And I thought, you know what? I have all of this. Let's just make this happen. And again, super easy to peel off. I'm just piling it on my desk. When I mass produce, this is kind of what happens. Things get everywhere. So yeah. So I finally have a phone call with Silhouette. It's Monday the 23rd. So I am going to be announcing the kits probably this weekend. I was going to do it today, but of course we're in my face, and that's okay. But so be on the lookout for that. They are going to have to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be able to cut it out like I hoped I would be, but I still want to get them offered. So be on the lookout for that. I really love this Merry Christmas print. I think it's really fun. I think it just says Merry Christmas over and over again. It may say something else, but I really love it. And that red and white stripe, I will probably end up using that in a different card at some point. We did purple and silver on Monday. Here we're doing red and green and blue. I don't know what we're going to do for Friday. Maybe pink, blue, green, and red. I haven't done that color scheme this year. I don't think I haven't done red and aqua this year either. And you guys know I love that one. Hi, I'm Misty, and I also love non-traditional Christmas. Non-traditional Christmas colors. All right, friends, that's it. After I get this in here, that's it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. As I said, if you're new here, please say hi. If you've been here with me forever, thank you for sticking around. I really do appreciate you. Let me know what you think of this design in the comments down below. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces. I'll see you Friday for another video. Bye for now.